Alright, what's up ladies and gentlemen, it's Super here and welcome to another Mortal Kombat video. This one is going to be talking about a game that is possibly not even in development, but I'm craving for a new NetherRealm game, and I'm sure you guys are too. I'm like fucking desperate for this. I'm thirsty for this. It's like if I've been in the Sahara Desert for 3 years, actually more like 2 years, right? Because the first year MK11 was like really exciting, and I've been just starving and just dehydrated, needing something to keep me alive. And we're probably not gonna get any announcements anytime soon. So what we can do for now is make videos like this, talking about the top 5 characters that should not come back in a potential Mortal Kombat 12. I already did a video of my top 5 characters that should return, that were missing in MK11 from MKX. Excuse me, my goodness, I just ate some food. Perfect time to make a video. So I already made my top 5 characters that were in MKX, that didn't make it to MK11, that need to make it in MK12. And now I'm doing a video on my top 5 characters from MK11 that I think should not come back for an MK12. Trigger warning for any of you who are fans of these characters, but this is just my personal list, and you can deal with it, you cannot. But also leave a list of your top 5 characters that you don't want returning to a Mortal Kombat 12 from MK11. It could be DLC characters, obviously. The guest characters don't repeat, you know, so those are gonna be left out. But it could be DLC characters like Melina, you know, these characters that Mortal Kombat characters that were DLC characters. Just FYI, Melina is definitely not gonna be on this list. All right, let's get started here. So this is an honorable mention because a lot of people are gonna think that this character is gonna be my number 1, which is definitely not. She would be in here, but there's like an asterisk to this pick, so this is why I put it on honorable mention. Jacqui Briggs. Jacqui Briggs in Mortal Kombat 11 is in my top 3 most annoying characters to fight against. That leap that she has and some of the combinations you could put together with that, plus her buttons, oh my god, just thinking about her pisses me off. Like thinking about fighting versus her. I hated fighting her so much, and she annoyed me so much that I think the last time that I picked Jacqui was the first 6 months of the game's release. Other than that, I have never, ever picked Jacqui again, and I told you I wasn't going to do it, and I haven't done it. So if Jacqui plays the way she plays in MK11, I definitely don't want her to return for MK12. But if she plays the way she played in MKX, oh baby, shotgun Jacqui, maybe not full auto Jacqui, but even high-tech Jacqui has some interesting stuff. But especially if you put a shotgun on her wrist and bring back shotgun Jacqui with those type of moves, oh my god, she is ridiculously fun. She is actually an MKX in my top 5 most fun characters to play. It's ironic because I think that a lot of people probably find Jacqui in MKX as annoying as I find Jacqui in MK11, because if she touches you, she could put you in a vortex. She could get a ton of damage, but that's why I love her so much in that game. I just like the resets and the capture state compared to the tick damage and, you know, staggering and MK11 stuff like that. Just not a fan of her playstyle. So if they make her the same way the same way she plays in MK11, hell no, don't bring her back ever again. But if they put shotgun Jacqui back in, or some version of that, and make her as fun as she was in MKX for me, then yeah, definitely bring her back to MK12. That's why this is like a honorable mention, because it's not in my top 5. So number 1, this is not really an order. I guess maybe the last character, I'm not sure. Not really an order though, I just wrote down the names as I was looking at the roster. Cetrion. Don't ever bring this chick back, please. If I have to hear, you know, the fucking summoning of the rock wall and the stupid tornado that's completely safe, and the meter burn is plus on block, and all these zoning tools, plus they give her the best teleport in the game. Oh, God, just erase that character right now, please. Plus, Cetrion died in the story mode, so whew, she probably won't be returning. But I guess if somebody dies in the Mortal Kombat universe, it doesn't really matter. But hell no, never bring Cetrion back, please. Number 2, this is probably going to piss off some people because this character has a big fan base. But I've never liked Kano. Kano is a character that I've never wanted to play him. Like, he just looks so boring and pretty much the same in every single Mortal Kombat game. Even for Mortal Kombat 1, he pretty much plays exactly the same as he plays in Mortal Kombat 11. Just a couple of added moves. Like, yeah, he's funny and everything, but as far as like play styles, there's only so much you could do with Kano, in my opinion. I think they did a really good job in MKX, though. I will say that. The cybernetic variation with the fast projectiles, annoying as it was, but it has really cool combos and has like the best brutality that he has with the upwards eye beam. So that's like the most interesting version of Kano in my opinion. But I hate how Kano plays in MK11. He's so boring to me, in my opinion. And of course, you guys know I struggle playing versus character because if we can down one into acid, into Molotov, blah blah blah, rinse and repeat. Shit's really annoying. So Kano, you know, I know he's one of the staple characters in the lore, but I think there's only like a few characters that, in my opinion, always need to be in a Mortal Kombat game. That's probably like Sub-Zero, Scorpion always have to be in a Mortal Kombat game. I think Katana always has to be there. Sonya, Johnny Cage. I think those characters should always, Raiden, they should always be in a Mortal Kombat game. But, you know, some of these other characters, even from the OG roster, like Kano, oh, please get them out of the game. So that's probably the trigger warning, or that's probably what's going to trigger people the most, I think. Now, there's one more character that might trigger other people too. All right. Next up, I think we could all agree with this character. Collector. NetherRealm, I commend the attempt to create new characters in every single Mortal Kombat game. But what the fuck happened? How did new introductions to the Mortal Kombat franchise go from a character as unique as Ferritor, a character as badass as Aaron Black? You know, the Mortal Kombat kids, you know, you had Takeda, you had Cassie, Jackie, and you had Kung Jin. Who else was a new character that was introduced? You had Devora introduced in MKX. You know, she has a lot of unique moves and features. What happened from that to Cetrion and Collector? Who else was a new introduction in this game? Garrus is a badass motherfucker. Garrus, I will give them props. He has such a cool and unique gimmick, you know, and he's really good. He's definitely one of the best new characters ever introduced into Mortal Kombat. I'm trying to see. I think that's the only other 3 new characters, right? Yeah, Garrus, Cetrion, and Collector. Like, what the hell happened with Collector? Nobody liked this character. I think since he was released, I don't think anyone liked the character. He just looks weird, and, you know, he has some unique things you could do with him, but I don't know, man. What all I could think about, honestly, is like, what the hell were they thinking with Collector? That's it. That's never bring that character back ever again, please. Next up here, this is a character that's probably gonna get some people triggered. Nightwolf. Yeah, Nightwolf. I feel like Nightwolf had his time to come back. You know, he missed out on MKX. You know, a lot of people love this character. Sacrificed his life to save everyone's ass in MK9. Commendable. He had his time to come back and be in the game. So he was gonna be the character that I left out because, like, you know, I like Nightwolf as a character. I feel he's kind of boring gameplay wise. He has some sick brutalities, I'll give him that. But he was like, if I were to only choose 4, I would have kept him out of the list. He like barely made it in there. You know, I could have put Jackie instead, but like I said, I love Jackie so much in MKX. If she plays anywhere like that, like, of course I wanted her in MK12. But he had his time to come back into a Mortal Kombat game. So now keep him out of MK12, bring him back in MK13, whatever, and we're good. You know, Nightwolf, it's because I was looking at the entire roster, and honestly, I wouldn't take, like, the roster in MK11 is amazing, I think. And all these characters, like, I would want them to come back. So I was looking at everybody, and I'm like, yeah, Nightwolf is the one character that, like, Shang Tsung obviously would be cool coming back. Shao Kahn, of course. Frosty. I love Frost's playstyle in this game. Cassie has to come back. Jax, staple character. You know, I could go on, and like Nightwolf is the one that I barely would be like, all right, you know, I wouldn't mind if Nightwolf was left out of Mortal Kombat 12. So that's literally the only reason I have him here, because I wanted a nice number like 5, you know, top 5, blah blah blah. Sorry, Nightwolf. Last but not least here, this character, to me, it didn't make sense, to be honest. Like, it didn't even make sense that she made it into the game, especially as a DLC character. So, of course, I would never want Shiva to come back. Like, yeah, she's very brutal, and, you know, she was actually a part of the story mode and everything, the extra chapters. I never really understood why the hell they brought her back and left characters like Ermac, Reptile out of the roster. You know, any of the robots would have been cool, like just having Sector, having Cyrax, whatever. They left all these characters out and put Shiva in as DLC character. Something that never made sense to me. Never made sense. So Shiva, like, she's a mix queen in this game. She has so many mix-ups, which I personally like. I just find her, I don't know, I don't want to see her on screen. I just don't want to see her on screen. And it, you know, the whole stomp thing, like, that didn't really matter to me, honestly. It didn't bother me that her stomp was like insanely good before it got nerfed. Even, you know, really good players had a hard time avoiding it because the hitbox was so good. Like, that doesn't affect my liking or disliking of Shiva. It's just I don't want to see her on screen. I'd rather have Big Daddy Goro on screen. Fuck it, bring in King Taro, bring in Motaro. You know, if you want like a monster character, like a giant character, bring these characters in Mortal Kombat 12. But I definitely do not ever want to see Shiva again. And I think that's it. Those are my top 5 characters that should not return in Mortal Kombat 12 that were in MK11. Let me know down below your thoughts in the comment section. I already know I'm gonna trigger some fans, probably, of Kano and Nightwolf. I don't think, I mean, there's of course the other characters that have fans, but come on, like, the majority are gonna not want those characters in a new Mortal Kombat. But Kano and Nightwolf, I know they have a lot of fans out there, so like I said, it's just my personal opinion. And yeah, another one, please, like, announce something so we could get a little taste of water in our mouths, please. We've been fucking, there's crust all over the sides of our mouth. We need something. We need something. Please, Lord Boon, please. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. What's going on? It's Super here, and thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, and you aren't subscribed already, make sure you guys do so. And if you want to see some more, there's videos popping up on the screen right now. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.